I think as a writer for children, it's very important to constantly engage with children because otherwise you're writing in a vacuum and you are kind of just imagining what are the issues that children must be going through or what are the kind of things that they would want to read about. But when you're constantly engaging with children, you're constantly getting their input on what's happening in their lives, because of course our childhoods are very different from the childhood that the kids are leading now. So it's a great way to constantly be in touch with children, and that obviously translates into what I write for children.
When you're writing for children, naturally you want to make it as uh, audio-visual as possible. So you don't just want your words to paint pictures. You want the sound to be rhythmic, to be emphatic, to have an echo that lingers in the mind of the child. And so I find myself consciously trying to think of how a child would hear this if I were to write it. Not how he would read it or how she would read it, but how he or she would actually hear it in their mind as they're reading it.
All Indian languages are very, very beautiful. For instance, one of the best examples is that in most languages, the atta that you make the dough with and the atta in which you just turn the roti when you're rolling it out, there are two different words for it. In Marathi, I know that they have a chula on which they make the roti, that is where they put the tawa, and there's another chula on which they just roast it finally. So there's so much richness, and if we are not going to get it out either through stories or through poems, and poems usually are short for children, they're not long ballads or something. So it's so quick, and rhyme just lends itself to so much more masti. And chota rhyme, to chote rhyme में बड़ा मजा आता है.